up, Hawk fans? This is Emma Welch, back with your on-campus interview. Today, I'm joined by none other than P-Buck. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hi guys, my name is Parker Buckley. I'm a senior here at DSU, and I'm involved in a bunch of different activities on campus, but today I think we're talking about my job as an RA.
Yeah, we are. So, Parker, you've been an RA for what, 3 years?
Yep, this is 3 years, and then I just applied again, so could be going on 4.
Could be going on 4. So what's like your favorite part of being an RA? Like, there's obviously benefits and negatives and like of any job, but like what's your favorite part?
I think the networking and the relationship building has probably been my favorite part. My 2 bosses that I have, Payson, Dirk, and Mackenzie Hicks, they're 2 of the nicest people, most genuine people that I've ever met, and they've just been pillars in helping me in my journey at DSU. And then just like the other RAs that I get to work with too, I've met so many good people, so many people that I'd like to consider strong friends that hopefully will go on and build relationships throughout the rest of our lives. But yeah, just the networking and the friendships I feel like has been really awesome.
Yeah, you're not scared of Payson?
No, a little bit sometimes, but I have the benefit of the doubt. I was a wrestling manager my freshman year, and I got to know Payson a little bit before he was the resident assistant job. So, but yeah.
I mean, a lot of RAs are like scared of Payson. I don't think Payson's scary.
He's an intimidating guy.
He's intimidating, but
he's lighthearted. He's fun when you get to know him. He's a great guy, and he is one of the nicest dudes that you'll ever meet. So.
Yeah. Okay, next question I have for you is, how did you get this job? Like, were you friends with an RA, or like what made you decide, yeah, I'm going to apply for an RA position 3 years ago? 3 years ago, Parker. Let's get into the mind of him.
So I kind of got into the RA job through maybe a little bit of an unorthodox way. Through my freshman year, I was a part of a couple situations in the dorms and around campus that I would just say were emergency situations, and I had to be a part of them and help out. And I think with that, I've always wanted to be in leadership roles, and I've always wanted to be a strong leader for the people that I'm around. And after being in those experiences and kind of just being there firsthand and working with the RAs, I was like, shoot, I could do this. Like, why not, you know? And so after being a part of some of those situations my freshman year, I decided to apply, and I got lucky my first time and got the job. And since then, I've just been continuing to go and reapplying, and I've been very thankful that they've taken me over and over again. But
awesome. What is your go-to thing to do while you're on duty sitting in the office for hours? Like, a lot of people like watch movies, do homework. Like, what's Parker's thing?
That a lot of the time is my homework time, because then it's a designated 2 hours where I'm just sitting there. You have stuff to do, but it's more just supervising than anything. So I like to do a lot of homework, but I also watch a lot of movies as well. I'm a big anime fan, so I watch a lot of different animes and stuff like that, and that is definitely what I would spend a lot of my time doing, homework, and then double screening homework on one side, movie going on the other. But yeah, that's a lot of my time in the office.
Gotcha. So the RAs, like, on campus, they put on, like, a whole bunch of different events for, like, the residents and stuff. What has been your favorite event that you've ever, like, been a part of as a resident, like maybe your freshman year, or, like, something that you've been a part of putting on?
That's a good question. Some of the simpler ones that I know that I always really enjoyed, when I was in DeLong, we did the sip and paint nights where we'd paint the flower pots and stuff like that. And just something as simple as that, where I felt like we could sit down, we just had a bunch of people down there, good group conversations, you kind of sitting with your friends, doing different things, designing things, being fun. Just kind of doing that creative stuff I always think is fun. I like that Selkie does the Condom Olympics. I always think that is really funny because, one, it's informational, just getting kids thinking about protecting themselves and being safe and things like that. But then it's also really fun, too. And they do a lot of cool games. And I know Jack and Jose, they do a really good job over there putting those things on. So they do a great job bringing the energy and things like that. So those are two of my favorite ones for sure.
Awesome. So the last question I have for you is asked on every interview. I'm sure you've answered it like 5 times in your life, because I mean, you've been on HawkTalk like a million times. But that is, what does DSU mean to you?
That's a good question. DSU means a lot to me. Actually, this might be really groundbreaking. When I finished my freshman year at DSU, I wasn't sure if I wanted to come back. And actually, getting the RA job was part of the reason that I did come back. I was just kind of in my own head about a few things, and just really was in a weird mental spot. And then I got the RA job, and I was like, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do it. And I'm so glad that I did, because I know my sophomore year, one of my professors, Sarah Crossingham, she was really influential towards me, and just really helped me get going. So DSU means a lot to me, because I feel like I was at a really low point at one point here, and now I feel like I'm as good as ever. So DSU means a lot. I'm very thankful for all the people that are here, very thankful for everyone that's had the opportunity to just influence me one way or the other, whether big or small. So yeah, DSU has got a good spot in my heart for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Parker, for taking time, for coming to do this interview, whether it's your 5th time or 2nd or 3rd, or we'll get you on again. I'm sure you got one more semester.
Oh yeah, I love HawkTalk.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Parker. We're going to head in studio to Xander Beeson.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to HawkTalk. I'm your in-studio host, Xander Beeson. I'm joined by a very special guest. I'll have you introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur Vianna. I'm from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. I'm an international student here at DSU. I'm a sophomore, currently in the business administration and finance major.
Awesome. Gave us the whole rundown. I love that. You're going to answer this question a lot differently than a normal guest, but what brought you to DSU?
So 3 years ago, I came in an exchange program to Bison, South Dakota. So it's a little town 100 miles down here. And then a lot of my friends came to DSU, and then I still have a host family there. They helped me a lot. So that's the main reason why I choose Dickinson.
So how did you find yourself moving from Brazil to Bison, South Dakota? How does that whole process work?
Man, that one was crazy. Though people say move to Dickinson was crazy, but move to South Dakota was kind of an experience. Like, my town is a 5 million people town, and I moved into a 300 people town, so I cut some zeros in there.
Yeah, you cut more than a couple of zeros. Yeah. So how does that whole thing work? Do you go to, like, what's the whole process of going? Do you have to go talk to somebody in Brazil and be like, hey, I want to go learn in the United States, or how does?
Yeah, you go talk with somebody, and then you pay a price for it, and then it's kind of random, though. You can't choose where you're going, so randomly I ended up in South Dakota. When they told me, I like, where's that at? Like,
Is it cold?
Don't know.
That would be my
I
first
searched it
concern.
up. I was like, 300 people? Is that even possible? Yes, it was.
Yeah. So, I guess what was that culture shift like for you? Well, when you first got to Bison, South Dakota.
Huge, but I guess it wasn't that bad because I played high school basketball, so I was actually traveling around quite a while.
Okay.
So I was basically living sports life and all of that, and then I did track, so it didn't feel that bad.
And then, kind of speaking of it, you played semi-professional basketball back home. And then, what was that like?
Yeah, after my exchange program, I went back home. I had actually a knee surgery, and then I stayed out for 6 months. And then 2024, I moved out from my town, and I moved to Rio by myself. It was actually me and my friends, but one of them tore his ACL, so I ended up living by myself there. And then we played U19 Brazilian tournament, U22 Brazilian tournament, and then we played U22 like state tournament and U19 state tournament as well.
How does that compare to high school basketball here in the States?
Oh, to high school, it's not comparable. U22 level, it's kind of like college level, so it's pretty high level.
Okay. And there was no interest to come here and play basketball, or was it maybe you thought about it and then decided not to?
I got offers to play basketball in the United States, and I got an offer to play in the college in Utah, and I got an offer to play in the college in Nebraska, and I was talking with other colleges about it. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to Dickinson. I'll try my luck, then I'm going to walk on there. And then when I got here, first semester, like, I got in January, so I would need to wait the whole year to walk on for basketball. So I was just like, I don't feel like playing basketball anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Actually, when I went back home for the summer, I did play basketball. I did win the state tournament for, actually was semi-pro that one. And then I didn't want to play. Like, I just want to focus on my academic life. I think it's time for a switch.
Yeah. So what ultimately was the deciding factor to come to Dickinson, just even as just a student? What about Dickinson drew you here?
I mean, I'm really into business and like finance and all of that, and I feel like Dickinson has a pretty good program about business majors. They have quite a different option for business, like finance, economics, business general, business economic, business communication, all of that. So I felt comfortable, and now the professor really nice. So when I got here, I was like, yeah, that's the right place.
Yeah. So, and then obviously DSU is very, very proud of our international program, the international students we bring in. How is the life as a DSU international student?
I think the life as a DSU international student is pretty cool. Like, we're here living in another culture. Like, we get to share for other people, like where we come from, how it is back home. And like, I tried to be really active on campus, so I became a student ambassador. That's been something that's been really cool, like giving tours around campus, sharing new students where I'm from, and that we have different culture on campus. We're gonna know new people. And then my roommate's from Zimbabwe, so since I came here, I've been knowing his culture. Mostly of my friends are international as well. We have an international group that we meet quite a while too, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, how is it having almost like that rock in the international club where you're not alone, given you're not all from the same place, but you're all experiencing the same things for the first time.
Yeah.
What's that like, having that support group?
It's really good though. They're really nice people. All of us internationals have a good communication on us. And we try to help each other throughout the journey. Like when I got here, Jesse, one of the guys from Nigeria, him and Luis, the guy from Mozambique, they were the one that mostly helped me. Like, if taxes, to go around campus, show me, make me new people, and then we're all supportive.
Yeah. What kind of just looking down the road? Obviously, you're only a sophomore, so you have a couple more years at DSU still. What are some of your plans after college? Do you plan on going back home to Brazil? Trying to stay here? What's kind of your goal?
I don't know, man. I go year for year, you know? Yeah. Like, with our student visa, we have the right to have 1 year of OPT and work here. I might go 1 year OPT. I really want a master's, so I'm going to go for a master's degree. Unfortunately, we can't do it in Dickinson because there is just an online program here. But I'll just try to put money together throughout my year of OPT and go for a master's. And I feel like I should go for international business because it would be really cool. But
I would kind of be just, to me, I feel like that would make the most sense.
Yeah, it would make the most sense. So that's what I think about.
What would be, like, let's say, hypothetical, you're in charge, you have to give advice to an incoming international student, whether they're going to high school or coming to a university for the first time. What advice would you give someone in that position?
I would say put yourself out there. Like, don't be shy. Even if you don't have as good English, like I do have a good English, but when I came here to my exchange program, I suffered. Like, I couldn't understand nothing. So it was my first experience, and I put myself out there. Like, I made new friends. If they laugh, I would laugh too. I didn't even know what was going on, but I would just laugh, you know, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So just put yourself out there. Try to be part of mostly campus activities as you can. Like, next year I'll be a residence assistant, so that's going to be a really cool experience. So yeah, since I came here, I've tried to be part of the many groups as I can. Like, I'm probably going to join FBLA or something. And just put yourself out there, make new friends, make new connections. They will help you in the future.
Awesome. Last question. We ask this to everyone that comes on HawkTalk. What does DSU mean to you?
Man, DSU is my home now, so that was a pretty deep one. Like, I built myself out here. Like, first when I came here, I was like, yeah, I might transfer after a couple of years. I don't want to transfer anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I feel home. Like, my boss at work, I work at the cafeteria. I love her. She's really nice to me. Like, all my coworkers are really nice. All my professors, they're really nice. They're really supportive. They help me with everything. Like, our group and student ambassador, you're one too. So it's really fun. And then it's just been quite a journey, and I'm just looking forward to go for it.
Yeah, well, we're happy you're here. Happy to have you here. I can personally say I have enjoyed getting to know you since you've joined the ambassadors a couple months ago. And I'm excited to see what you do. So with that is everything I have for you.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming on, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
What's going on, HawkTalk? My name is Cash Randle, and I'm your host for Minute with Molander. This is President Scott Molander, and what is one thing you would like DSU to be known for in 5 years down the road?
5 years down the road, I want everybody to be known about they really, really enjoyed their time here, both on education and just college life. Because college life, like I said, you only get one shot at it. You got the degree you wanted. I want you to walk out of here with the least amount of debt of any college in our area and get the job that you want.
It's great.
That's what I want.
I love to hear it.
What's up, Hawk fans? My name's Cheyenne Jacobs, back with another weekly recap, so let's get into it. Men's and women's track and field opened their outdoor season this past weekend. The Blue Hawks earned multiple victories and recorded high-scoring performances, including Chloe Gunderson and Dylan Dahlgren earning Frontier Athletes of the Week. Softball opened their regular season this past weekend at home, splitting the weekend 2-2 against the University of Providence. They head west to Carroll College this weekend. Baseball also opened their regular season at the Frontier Conference Preseason Classic, going 1-3 on the weekend. They play this weekend against Mayville State, so be sure to head out and support your Blue Hawks. Competitive cheer is headed to Topeka, Kansas this week to compete in NAIA Nationals, looking to continue their streak of top 5 in the nation for the 5th year in a row. We wish all of our Blue Hawks luck in their competition and activities this week, and as always, Hawks are up.